Hey, what's up guys? Simo11 here with my spoiler movie review of Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. So, with this movie and the last movie, Dragon Ball Z creator Akira Toriyama has added a new canon to the series which includes gods and new forms. Previous movies have added their own twists to the series, but the creator was not heavily involved with these, and these were never used within the main series. So Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F have been expanded on within the new anime series Dragon Ball Super. And after they finish the Frieza movie within Dragon Ball Super, they will be moving on to new content, which is also currently being done in the manga series for Dragon Ball Super. And with this movie, Frieza has been brought back to life and seeks his revenge on Goku. I'm not even joking. That's the plot. It's that simple. I have ruined the movie for you. And friends and just being online in general kind of ruined parts of the movie for me. There are a few unexpected things, so if you didn't get spoiled, props to you. Again, this will be a spoiler review. That means I'll be talking about things that happen in the movie, everything that happens in the movie. So, watch the movie. Please watch the movie before watching this, because some people, I don't know why, but some people will still watch a spoiler review and then be like, oh wow, thanks man, cool review, I'll go watch it. And I'm like, I literally just talked about everything that happened in the movie. Why are you watching this? But with that out of the way, it's time to begin the actual review. So, the plot of this movie is simple as I stated before. In Dragon Ball Z, Frieza was killed by Goku and later killed by Trunks, but some of Frieza's army remained, and they are led by an alien called Sorbet. Sorbet and his men locate Pilaf, who is collecting the Dragon Balls, and it's so weird how the Dragon Balls are used in the series. Sometimes they're hard to find, and other times they can get them whenever they need them. It's just like, oh, some people on Earth died. Yeah, let's go get those Dragon Balls. Or it's like, hey guys, Yamcha died again. Let's go get those Dragon Balls. Yeah. So, Pilaf has most of the Dragon Balls, and they don't even show how he meets Sorbet. It's like Sorbet just sees them, and then by the next scene they're on the ship. I don't know why. I guess it's good they're trying to include someone who was a big part of Dragon Ball, but they really seem tacked on in this movie. They seem tacked on in the last movie. They seem tacked on in Dragon Ball Super. They don't really fit with the whole Dragon Ball Z vibe, because Dragon Ball Z isn't as silly as Dragon Ball, so yeah. And yeah, they just don't fit in anymore. So they find the Dragon Ball that they need, and they summon Shinron, and obviously their wish is to bring Frieza back to life. Frieza has been in hell, and at the beginning of the movie they show Frieza in hell, which involves some berries flying around and dancing and stuffed animals playing music, and he's trapped in a cocoon as well, so like they're just flying around him, they're doing this whole parade thing, and I think anyone would go crazy there. No wonder he wants revenge on Goku. He put him in this place, like he's probably thinking about revenge every single day. And I guess the whole thing with Goku was more impactful, but I would say maybe you should get revenge on Trunks too, but obviously Trunks isn't around because, you know, future, time travel, yeah. And we find out that Frieza has never trained a day in his life, so he starts training for 4 months to get ready for Goku. Just 4 months. I don't know how he got so strong within 4 months, but, you know, it's Dragon Ball. Let's go with that excuse. Frieza is as ruthless as ever. He starts killing his own men not too soon after he's brought back to life. And one thing that that I kind of liked, but also thought was odd, was that Goku wasn't in this film for the first 24 minutes. Vegeta wasn't there either. The other characters carry the plot, and they do it well. Gohan and Videl were out shopping. Piccolo is taking care of Pan. Jocko comes in to warn everyone. Krillin is a police officer, but most of the time is held by Frieza and his soldiers. And I really like seeing Krillin as a police officer. They could almost make a spin-off series with just Krillin as a police officer. It was epic when he stopped those bank robbers and then he just kicked them out of nowhere. Jocko, I don't think anyone really knows about this character. Jocko has a manga that Akira Toriyama made 2 years ago called Jocko the Galactic Patrolman, and I read chapter 1 online, and I never saw the rest online for some reason. The manga can be bought, so maybe people will be able to understand the character more if they buy the manga. But back to the movie. Goku and Vegeta have gone to Beerus' planet. Lord Beerus' planet to train with Whis. And this is nice and all, but the explanation in Dragon Ball Super is much better as to why Goku and Vegeta are training with Whis, because they add more fluff to that, they add more plot to that. It's just like, oh, Goku and Vegeta want to get stronger, they ask Whis for help, but there's more to it. And Dragon Ball Super, it's a good anime, I would say watch it. And I said that because we don't really get an explanation, I said that because we don't really get an explanation as to why Goku and Vegeta are on Beerus' planet. They just want to get stronger. And it does go into an interesting fighting style in which Whis wants them to get to a point where their body parts move independently while fighting. And they're not supposed to think during a fight. And Whis easily takes them both on and even knocks Vegeta out. So I'm interested to learn more about this fighting stuff because it's starting to get a little bit more technical, which is cool. Hopefully they'll put more fighting techniques into it and it's not just like punching and screaming every episode or every movie. And the movie doesn't waste too much time with this funny antics. It goes straight into the action. After about 34 minutes into the movie, Frieza and his men are on Earth and ready for battle. And the fights in this movie start really early, and I think that's good and bad. I'm not sure what else we could have gotten from Frieza, but I kind of wanted more from him. Even though he was kind of like the main focus for like the first part of the movie, he got most of the focus. So I don't know. I just wanted more from Frieza and his men. I don't know what that could be though. And the Earth's heroes in this situation seemed strange to me at first. First we have Piccolo and Gohan, which isn't too bad. And next we have Master Roshi. And I thought Master Roshi was out of it he was out of it a long time ago. He's not relevant to like fights and stuff. And then we have Krillin and Tien. Krillin even cut his hair, which is cool and sad since I kind of liked his hair. And what can Tien even do? Like I thought Tien was done too. I haven't seen the Majin Buu saga at an age where I can remember everything. So excuse me if I don't know all the old details on the characters, but I thought like Tien and Master Roshi, they're just not relevant. And then Tien, he pretty much insults Yamcha and Chaozu by saying Frieza's men are too dangerous for them. And that was great. It was funny too, because, like all the memes about Yamcha and stuff. There's not that much about Chaozu, but there's a lot of memes about Yamcha and stuff. Because he was done like Android Saga, before Android Saga, yeah. And can someone please upload that clip from the movie? Because that's just too great. I want to share that with my friends. So Trunks and Goten weren't told about the fight because Bulma feared they'd fight Frieza one-on-one. Which, that would have been nice. That would have been interesting. Have them all fight Frieza before Goku gets there. That would have been great, but like Frieza's too strong and they're all scared and stuff. Oh, and Jocko is fighting with them as well. We get an explanation as to why Gohan is weaker, but based on the comments by fans, he shouldn't be weaker from just not training. Gohan, he hasn't been keeping up with his training, and he's probably trying to raise his daughter. He's probably trying to raise Pan, and he's a better dad than his own dad. But at least his real dad, Piccolo, is there to help him. But I'd really like to see Gohan come back as a fighter full time. He's such a great character, and please put him up there with Goku and Vegeta, Akira Toriyama. Please do that. So Frieza catches up on how certain things have changed since he died. Hasn't it been like over 10 years or something? I don't think Gohan's like that old, but like Gohan's older than like 17, obviously. He has a daughter, so he's probably like early 20s or late 20s. So yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, Frieza's catching up on all the stuff that's changed. And we get a huge fight between the characters and Frieza's 1,000 men. Master Roshi tells them to split up, but in the end, they all come back together, so I kind of felt like that was a waste. Or maybe it was to get the number down and then regroup, because eventually, Master Roshi, he starts to like lose steam, and he starts to get hit more in his fights. And all the characters, they do their signature attacks. They're just simple fights, but there is one epic moment where Gohan goes Super Saiyan, and then he one-shots one of Frieza's men to save his real dad, Piccolo. And Frieza did mention that Gohan could take out the entire army if he wanted to. I thought that was great. I would have loved to see that. It would have been an awesome moment for Gohan, but of course, Gohan's weaker, and he's raising Pan now, so he can't be strong like Goku. And after they've defeated all of Frieza's men, I would have liked to see Frieza maybe go through his forms and fight everyone. I'm not sure how the power works at this moment. Like, is Frieza also strong in his base form now, or just like the new form? Because if his regular forms are the same strength as Dragon Ball Z, I'm sure all of them can kill him with the exception of Master Roshi. So then Frieza gets an awesome moment when he one-shots Gohan, and eventually Whis gets Bulma's message because the Oracle Fish told him, and then Goku and Vegeta head to Earth after everyone powers up so that Goku can find them with his instant transmission. And Frieza just comes off as a really angry person throughout this entire movie. Like, I feel like it's gotten worse after being in Hell. Frieza takes his final form from the start and fights Goku. Akira Toriyama and animators were clever with this because they never let Frieza get a hit in on Goku, and I noticed that. And Goku and Vegeta are treating Frieza as a joke, talking about switching off for the fight. And Goku and Frieza are holding back like almost always in every single Dragon Ball Z fight. Oh, you're holding back. Oh, you're holding back too. Oh, I have this form I didn't know I did. Didn't know I had. Didn't know I did. What? And Goku turns into the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan form, which is now known as Super Saiyan Blue. Frieza turns into Golden Frieza and actually starts to overwhelm Goku, and this is another part of the movie that was well written, because Golden Frieza is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. There's no question about that. He beats the heck out of Goku, but he has a weakness, and Vegeta points that out. Frieza came right to Earth after getting this new form, and Frieza is also losing a lot of energy in his new form. So Goku and the other Saiyans normally train in their forms, and they get used to them. They learn how to use them better and all that. And then we have Whis and Beerus, who also come to Earth. And it's been mentioned twice how Goku and Vegeta would be stronger if they worked together. And I think they're setting up another Fusion Saga, or Goku and Vegeta having worked together for a new enemy that's coming in the future. And Dragon Ball Super would probably be the best place, the better place of putting this rather than another movie. I don't really think they should be doing these movies again and again and again unless it's something different, something separate from the anime series, because, I mean, this is going to be expanded on in the anime and it's probably going to be better, so yeah. And as Frieza starts to get weaker, Goku begins to win the fight, but as mentioned earlier in the movie, Frieza has a thing up his sleeve, and he has Sorbet shoot Goku with a laser. And it's mentioned that this is a common ray gun, and I'm not sure how Goku got hurt by this. Maybe they should explain that more. So Frieza begins to torture Goku, and I don't want to describe it this way, but I kind of like it. Cause it's really hard to watch. It's really bad and stuff. It's cold and ruthless, you know. It reminds me that the show can be pretty mature at times, and that it used to be more violent. But Goku is saved by Krillin, and then Vegeta finally steps in. He easily defeats Frieza, who returns to his final form and is about to be killed, but Frieza does something normally that isn't done in the series, and he actually blows up the Earth. And I like how they show how desperate this character is. So, like, if I can't win this fight, I'm just going to take you all with me. And that, to me, at least, that'll be my way of winning. And so he kills Vegeta and everyone else on Earth. The Dragon Balls are gone too, and all the other characters survive by being close to Whis and Beerus. Whis mentioned earlier that he can turn back time, and he does that to save the Earth, and Goku has to kill Frieza immediately. So as Vegeta is about to kill Frieza, Goku comes in and kills Frieza. Just like that. And the Earth is saved. The end. I wish the moment wasn't taken from Vegeta though. It would have been sweet revenge considering Frieza killed him like a dog in Dragon Ball Z, but I don't know. Goku's the main character. He gets props or something. Moving on to the animation and my final thoughts on the movie. The animation looked great for the most part, but for some reason they use 3D, and I don't really get it. Why are animes using 3D? Is 3D animation easier than 2D animation? Because to me, it seems like it would be easier to do 2D animation. Frieza's men who were far away were rendered in 3D, and some of the fight between Goku and Frieza was also in 3D. Other than that, I saw no problems with the animation. I've done a little bit of 2D animation and 3D animation. Obviously, not any detailed 2D animation like this, but I think we tried to make something in 3D or something like that. 3D is really hard. 2D seems easier to me, but again, I haven't done it on this level. And overall, I thought the movie was pretty great. I thought more could have been done with Frieza, but that was kind of the plot. Train, defeat Goku, avoid going to hell, that's it. So, Dragon Ball Z truly shines when the other characters are in the spotlight besides Goku and Vegeta. Many aspects of this movie were spoiled or advertised to me, and Goku and Frieza getting in their new forms was advertised. Vegeta possibly getting a lead role in this movie was rumored. Goku versus Frieza was partially shown on Toonami. The fight against Frieza's men and Goku versus Frieza are both on YouTube. And someone spoiled it for me that they go back in time and that Goku gets shot by a laser. All of this is the movie. A lot of it was spoiled for me, but I still enjoyed what I saw. And honestly, I liked it more than Battle of Gods. The movie follows the same normal Dragon Ball Z plot, and it's fast-paced, it doesn't waste time, it gets straight into the action, which is nice, but more plot would have been nicer. I can see this lasting quite a while in Dragon Ball Super. The creator knows how to use the healing items in the show and not to use them too much, and I doubt Whis' time power will be used again unless something really bad happens. Dragon Ball Z is a truly timeless series. It has come back with a new age of Dragon Ball, and it's wonderful that more is being added on to the universe. It's one series that I can say is the perfect mix of comedy and action. It's clear that the creator wants to add more to the series. I think it was mentioned around 3 times about Goku and Vegeta teaming up. That's probably important for the next arc or another god in the series. I'd like to see Gohan return as a fighter and maybe a time skip to at least the end of Dragon Ball Z for the characters to be older and possibly be like Goku and Vegeta. Gohan, Trunks, and Goten need god forms. Pan can come into the mix too. Maybe make Piccolo a god too. Do something. Please do something with these characters because you have all these characters and you really need to use them because Goku and Vegeta, it's getting boring just having them be the only ones that fight. Another thing that makes me think Dragon Ball is here to stay for the next few years is that the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan transformation is never explained. It's just used. That has to come up. Come on, guys. I like the movie. What else do you want me to say? Thank you for watching my review of Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. Tell me what you thought about the movie. Follow me on social media because that will be in the description. Oh, and hearing Bulma tell Frieza, screw you, that was great. See you guys later. That was great. See you guys later.